Hello and welcome to the Regulars. I'm Stacey McGonigal.
I'm Jason Ross.
Oh my gosh, we're here. The chat is already a buzz, and I'm here for it in a way I can't even express. I was calling the
I'm already broken, by the way.
You're already broken?
Yeah, because my shirt, the sweater we're gonna make for apparel for my shirt is just gonna be words I can't say. But for you, it's all things that people just love that you say constantly.
So the chat is really warm my heart, and our guests are already giggling at this. But really, everyone was talking about all the words that I say, and as they were saying them, I was saying them because the internet was being a dumpster fire, and everyone was saying that.
I did say it. Are you sure we're muted because you just said dumpster fire and the chat's talking about dumpster fire?
Anyways, we're here, and let's just jump into it because we have two guests today, which is just really a thing for us here on the Regulars.
Yeah.
We are fully and utterly upping our game today. So let's just bring them on. We have our two lovely friends, and we will describe who they are and give them many compliments when everyone can see their face. Give it up for ALLIE Price and Adam Peacock.
Hi, everybody.
Hello. How are you?
Oh,
Yeah, we're gonna get into it. We've got some quarantine feelings.
Yeah,
as we're calling them.
Happy to be here, though. Happy to have a reason to put on makeup and clothing.
Absolutely. So we are all alumni, am I correct, of the Second City?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I am not. No.
Well, I've decided that you are. So
Okay.
No kidding. So
And Peacock, you were more than just in the system. You did a whole bunch of.
Hell yeah.
You understudied.
No, but I'm not. I
did
never
a boat.
wrote a show for the Second City.
That's fair.
I'm
But you
not
did a
an alumni.
boat. You did
well,
yeah.
well, the history.
He's also just a comedic genius.
comedic.
Yeah, that is true.
Adam and I have just met online, and I'm excited for our friendship, and I'm excited to water it and tend to it and talk to it and just see how it grows. I think it's gonna be nice.
I want to do this show every other day.
I'd love to have you on. It's so nice. I will say, so the history
Something to look forward to.
Oh my God. Well, I mean, not to put it out there, but so ALLIE, Jay, and I wrote a show at the Second City. Well, we wrote multiple. And Adam
But we wrote one altogether.
We wrote one altogether.
Yeah, and then I left.
You had to. Jason.
Yeah. I was
were
escorted
done
away
after
from the
that show.
building.
And Jason would never have left. I remember him saying that many times. I hate that I had to leave.
Make me the
felt like it
Keenan
was
Thompson
like
of Second City.
It was like a Barack and Michelle Obama thing. I think if you had done one more, Jenny would have left you. You know what I mean?
There's no, that's not a think. That's a for sure.
Yeah, I was being gentle with it, but yeah. Do you ever?
We have these
it's so
meetings
funny.
afterwards. They're like exit meetings or whatever, and our manager who you have the meetings with literally said, "So, Jenny probably thinks it's time, huh?" It's like,
Yeah. This is coming from the top. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
That's very funny.
Oh, yes. I love
Bless her.
very much so. But ALLIE, so this is so ALLIE and I wrote a few shows together, and I just need to give this anecdote to have it cemented forever. But one of my students was like, "Do you know what scene I love?" And I go, "What?" She goes, "Nice ALLIE," which was a scene that ALLIE and I did when ALLIE and I got in a fight, and then ALLIE wrote a sketch about me being a bitch.
No, that's not what it was. It was basic. It was like, I mean, it was
I'm agreeing with you.
It was
I
a
was.
catharsis of sorts. It was a great no. Listen, it was because sometimes you and I would butt heads because I love you so much and you're one of the funniest people I know. But we are in many ways at a very fundamental level, very different people. You're like a bit of you're bullheaded and strong and to the point, and I'm a little bit I'm kind of turn the other cheek kind of gal.
You're
and
nice.
We had that scene, and
before I left, I mean, to add context, before I left, Stacey's last pitch before I left was, "Hey, ALLIE, can you go on stage and eat an apple because you eat apples too loud?" So,
in all fairness, I did, and I do. I did, and I do.
That was the whole premise of the scene.
And then,
the entire premise.
we
were in a boardroom, and it was just, Allie, can you just eat this apple the way you would regularly on stage?
Yeah, at the time, I was definitely eating 2-3 apples a night, so they were getting a lot of it backstage. And I came on stage with this apple, and Stacey's like, Allie, just eat this apple the way you normally eat an apple. And I ate it, and apparently it was the only time I've ever eaten an apple quietly, the one time I needed to eat it loudly. And then, the scene died. It died.
Oh,
well, not in our director's eyes. He thought it was the best.
He thought it was the most genius scene he'd ever seen. And he was like, how do we get this in?
Okay, Allie, I want to make mention, Adam, and I'm sorry for not including you in this, but Allie, it looks like you are completely on fire in this stream. Like, Allie,
Do I need to?
I don't know. Allie just
This looks like you could be like the person in a 1980s video of some sort for one of these alternative bands.
It looks
for sure.
completely inverted.
Science.
Yeah, I can't.
So is there what can I do?
Live in it. Just live in it. Let the lava take you
enjoy it.
away.
Just let the lava take you away. See, you're coming back.
Great.
And also,
Great. This is how it ends.
It is how it ends. Absolutely. I'm sorry about that, Allie. And Adam, so you guys are lovers. I just want to point that out. I like when lovers come on the chat. I'm sorry. This is going to be a true dumpster fire, but we love. Oh, you're back, Allie. Maybe you just need to swipe the screen, clean the fire.
I need to swipe it clear.
One thing that did happen during this in the chat, and I want to bring it up because I'm in love. Kayla had a real bizarre dream involving Jason giving me a tattoo that covered my whole back.
Wow.
And now I know what my future holds for me, and I cannot wait to start learning how to tattoo.
It wasn't a dream. It was a premonition.
Exactly. I mean, this world's on fire. I realized last night, how am I ever going to get on stage again? Because no one's going to sit in the theater. So I guess tattooing is my next. I mean, I watch Ink Master, so I'm basically a tattoo artist.
Yeah, that feels like the next logical step. Do you consider yourself a visual artist, Jason?
I'm terrible, but a lot of people are going to get cool
great.
stick figure tattoos.
You know, I swear there's a market for that.
Oh, Allie, you are so nice. It's true. So you guys are currently quarantining separately. How's that going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if we put this out there. You guys are a couple. in real
I
life.
said
We are a
lovers.
couple.
I love
think
saying
lovers.
lovers.
Is the term.
I love saying lovers. It just seems so fun.
I mean, it's not inaccurate. I remember one time my grandfather was at a party and he introduced my aunt and her partner, who she's been with for 20 years. He was like, and this is my daughter Alex and her lover Terry. And I was like, you can't call them lovers.
I
So
love that.
inappropriate. I guess it was because they weren't married, and so he didn't know what to say. Husband, boyfriend. No, lovers was the appropriate introduction from her father. Anyways, that's what that reminded me of. Yes, we are lovers.
Lovers is
We are
good.
lovers.
It doesn't get used enough, I don't think. So yeah, lovers. We're lovers.
Oh, that's so
Yeah,
nice.
in a dangerous time.
I
Yeah.
know, and you
It
guys
is
have
a
been,
dangerous time.
yeah, you guys
It
have been
is.
separated for like a while now.
Yeah, 4 weeks.
Ugh.
Yeah.
4 weeks and 2 days.
You guys are like
it was
Romeo
sort of
and
an-
Juliet, and Canada and USA are like the Capulets and Montagues.
Yeah, totally.
Jason,
Totally. Keeping us apart.
I'm impressed.
Torn asunder.
Yeah, how are you
Yeah.
guys like? Are you guys like talking every day? Are you guys like
Oh, yeah.
phoning? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first week was kind of a novelty. You
Yeah.
know? Like I thought, like, oh, this is kind of like, isn't this fun? We get to kind of like everybody gets to do their own thing for a week, you know, and then like, it'll be all over in like 5 days. And now here it is, 4 weeks and 2 days later. I'm like, oh shit,
Yeah.
I know.
this is no longer cute.
Just
Adam
playing
says-
video games with tears and eating pizza through just
Yeah,
salty
absolutely.
cries.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I organized my
Adam-
baseball
Adam has
cards
been-
yesterday.
Love it.
Adam has been playing video games and eating pizza, and I have been doing yoga in the basement with my mother, Luann.
Oh wow.
And yeah,
This sounds fitting for both of you. Just careful what you wish for, I guess.
yeah, really.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not been eating pizza every day, but it's you know,
Isn't
Yeah.
it funny when you have a lover and then they leave and you go, oh, I get to do all the things they hate, and it's just disgusting. It's just like a nasty pizza with just like everything on it, just no pants. Just it's nice until it's not. You know, I get it. That's
Yeah.
nice.
That first week or so, every time
Oh.
Peacock would tell me what he was doing with his day, I was like, well, enjoy while it lasts, baby.
I think I made like 4. I think I made like 4 steaks. I made like a bunch of meat while she was gone, or
I
while
don't
she's
eat
been
meat.
gone.
I always like
he
the
was
things.
like, I think at one point I like called him, and for 5 nights in a row he'd had spaghetti with meatballs, and I was like, that's just breakfast, lunch, and dinner for you, really.
It was.
Make
I had
one
spaghetti for
giant-
dinner.
Yeah.
Or for breakfast. I mean, I had spaghetti for breakfast.
This is what happened when
today.
my quarantine started. I went to Ralph's and all the red meat was gone, but it was just at Peacock's house. He went and bought all the
That's what
steaks.
happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like, free at last.
People hoarded up on toilet paper, and I got all that red meat, baby.
My lover's out of town. It's red meat city
That's
for
right.
me. Oh my God. That's nice. No.
Yeah.
So you're doing yoga every day with your mom, but you're so
Yes.
healthy. Like you really, I remember even working with you, Allie, like you really inspired me to like eat almonds, drink water. Those were nice things. But I heard you guys were doing a cleanse. Were you guys doing Wild Rose before the pandemic hit?
No, but we do. Adam does it with me sometimes. He does the Wild Rose with me. I try to get after it twice a year if I can.
We talked about
Really
it,
do
Jason.
a deep cleaning, you know?
Oh God.
Yeah, because I'm never doing that again. And when I say again, I'm never doing it for the first time. So
I thought you
Wait,
said
did
you
you
did.
try it
Did
and
you not
fail?
do it?
I bought it because our cast was going to do it all together,
Right.
and then I had the box in my thing, and then one of the cast members was like, I couldn't get the box, and I was like, take mine.
Well, Allie
Yeah,
Well, I
forced
think she
me.
paid me
easy
full
out.
price for it, so that was very nice of her too. But she's like, here, I'll buy that from you, and I was like, great.
Allie Price forced me to do the Wild Rose, and it is kind of expensive. The box is like $50 or something, isn't it? Something crazy.
Yeah. It's about that.
And then I'm not gonna lie to you guys. We don't lie here on this pod. You shit your full brains out, and you pee to a point where you're like, I should be done. There shouldn't be any more left in this tank.
That's my
Right.
daily life, so I can't imagine Wild Rose.
Yeah.
But it's
See,
every
it
time.
it was always pretty gentle in my system. I don't know.
Oh.
Maybe I got the innards for it. I don't know what it is.
Well, we're only calling our inside of our bodies innards from now on. This podcast is all lovers and innards, and that's the title for sure.
That's got to be the name of a show, Lovers and Innards.
It's gotta be.
Does it got to be? I don't think so.
I'd say so.
I'll
Remember
listen
a
to it.
concept album.
I saw a Tauntaun's innard yesterday. Just throwing that out there.
What?
Tauntaun.
What?
Like, did you just watch
What Star Wars movie are you on?
Tonight is Return of the Jedi. So
Oh, great.
Oh, this is
Nice.
a good
Oh,
question.
ooh.
So, Adam, you're a big Star Wars guy?
I mean, yeah, I'm a dork.
No. We love that
Yeah.
here. That's nice. We want our lovers like that.
Yeah.
I love Star Wars too.
You do? Okay, good. Because we were talking about this yesterday.
yeah.
And I was making fun of Luke because you know that line he does when he's like, oh, I gotta go to the Taji station and get some power converters. What is that full line? Is that it?
I think that's it.
yeah, I think you pretty much hit it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm impressed.
Killing it.
Thank you so much, everyone. Because I was bringing up.
Peacock's face just encapsulated everything that I feel every time Stacy presses a button on that soundboard.
What is
'Cause
it?
There was a bit of a surprise and a bit of a love for that board.
Yeah, it's great. I'm jealous.
Oh, listen, we can all have it. There's online apps. I encourage us all to download them when we chat again, and we can all just go sound cue heavy on it.
Real
Yeah.
quick, I just got a text message from a buddy of mine who's watching this right now, or with their family's watching it with their kid, and I'm wearing a shirt from my hometown, and this is a bar in my hometown.
Oh,
And my friend Brian's kid is yelling Dunleavy's at the TV because that's who's on TV right now is Dunleavy's.
oh,
Aw.
Is
That's
that not
nice.
Dunleavy's? I even say
I mean, maybe
say
it
words
is.
wrong when they're not even like I say words wrong in this podcast.
Can I just correct you about the bar from your hometown, please? The pronunciation.
I think it's
of that
Dunleavy's.
was-
No, it's for sure Dunleavy's, and I'm an idiot.
First
for
of all,
sure.
Jason, the
Brian,
fact.
Brian will correct me.
Well, no, Jason doesn't know how to say any words, and we are collecting a list on this podcast of all of the words he can't say, and it is too long to put on a shirt. So the
Give
fact
me a, for example.
bagel, milk, buoy,
Popeyes.
Popeyes.
Popeyes?
Yeah, I encourage.
I think I'm saying them all right, but apparently I'm
Popeyes?
way off.
I just think it's weird that he would flex right now and talk about pronunciations of words. Weird flex.
Also, he said it as if it's like a common word that we all know. Oh no, I believe the correct pronunciation is Dunleavy's.
The Dunleavy's.
Well, it's
No, that's not. It's a name. It's not a word.
I'm
that
going to
people
tell you right
use.
now, Jason, if you go to Dunleavy's and you say that, you're going to get your ass kicked.
Yeah, for sure. It's
I need
Salad
it.
Park, baby.
I need it. I deserve it in this for sure. Can I get your wings? And can you stop saying Dunleavy's? You fucking idiot. It's It's not welcome
Brian
to
just
Dunleavy.
texted me. Brian just texted me saying we say it wrong. So apparently, you're right.
Huge reversal.
I love
you're
that.
right.
That's a thing. Like that's how they attract people. They're like, we'll call it Dunleavy's, but we'll call it Dunleavy's. That'll get people in here. Marketing genius.
I can't believe you're right, Jay. That's
great.
crazy. No, that makes me so upset in a way, you know? I like that you
Yeah,
win, but also
that's got to eat at Stacey's soul a little bit.
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Allie, you're getting a lot of love on the chat about where you're calling from. It might be the Eye of Sauron, possibly.
It's Orangeville, so yeah, just about.
I honestly think, and this is a weird theory for you, Allie, I think if you were to like
Yeah.
leave the frame and come back, it might sort itself out. I don't know. I could be wrong. Oh my god!
She's back.
All right.
Oh my god, you're back. Oh my god.
My God.
I'm crying.
Hell has frozen over.
Oh my god.
Oh, we are getting people are confused because I think I've probably called you Peacock a few times.
Oh, right.
It's your last name. It's not a
Yes, my name
nickname
is
or
Adam
anything.
Peacock. Yeah.
Adam?
Peacock, yeah.
Tell us about
Yes.
yourself. What is the Who, What, Where? We've already talked about your amazing podcast, which we were both huge fans of. So, My Neighbors Are
thanks.
Dead. No, it's so good, and you guys were on it,
Thanks.
which was so fun. Are you guys still recording it while you're in isolations?
We're not. No, I was recording. We recorded our engineer's place, and he's got a little baby out in Van Nuys here in LA, and we're not going to go out there to get that kid sick.
No.
So we've been running some reruns of the show.
Oh,
If you guys have not heard this podcast,
it's so funny.
it's the funniest podcast on.
Oh, you're very
Podcast
kind.
land.
That's very nice of you to say.
It really
Thank you.
is.
No, but it's facts or
It's called-
facts.
My Neighbors Are Dead.
My
You guys
Neighbors
said
Are
that
Dead.
already, right?
Yeah, and
Yes.
we'll
Yeah.
link it again
Yeah.
below here, and then we'll put it on our podcast. So for those listening, the links will all be below, and you should go subscribe and listen to all of them. It's so funny. Also because
Oh, thanks.
I find scary movies so spooky, so I don't really watch them, and I really thought this was a nice way to dip my toe. And you guys did the Gremlins episode, and even then, I'm scared of that movie.
Oh, I was terrified of the Gremlins as a kid when I first saw it.
Oh,
Really?
Terrified.
yes, of course.
Oh, I was just like, I want the Mohawk that the one that I forget what his name is now, but there's a Mohawk. on it.
Stripe?
Stripe. There you go.
Would you
Yeah.
consider yourself a cinephile, Adam? That's a term I just found out about. So
Yes, I would, Stacey. And I would consider I would consider myself a cinephile, but I also would consider myself like a lover of great works of literature and then sports. And then I talk to somebody who really knows what they're talking about, and then I realize I don't know shit.
right.
So I think like I'm a big, like I love sports, right? I love basketball. Then I talk to somebody who really knows about basketball. Like I can't be a part of this anymore.
Bill Lambier. Yeah.
Will Lambier was just on TV yesterday. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Did you know that Waldo
Yeah.
always gets lost? So
That's a lighthouse. You're pointing at a lighthouse.
that's how I talk about books. Audrey just said.
But I do have some Criterion DVDs up on our shelf.
Oh,
I
yes.
definitely-
I should make it known to everybody that I flew, like when I moved to Los Angeles, I flew with like 2 suitcases on an airplane. Peacock drove his car all the way across the country, could have filled it with anything. What did he choose? A bunch of DVDs.
Oh no!
And 3 different gaming consoles.
Oh geez, you're still holding on to the DVDs? What do you have a Blu-ray player, a DVD player? What are we doing here?
Great question.
Well, Stacey, 2 of my gaming consoles substitute
right.
as DVD
Of course,
players.
and that was
yes,
silly.
I do.
That was silly. Listen,
Yeah.
I can't judge because I have a collection of DVDs that I simply and utterly will not get rid of. And I'll tell you what they are. It's Wayne's World box set 1 and 2. I won't get rid of it. It's too special to me. Dirty Dancing, Moonstruck, and the collection of the CBC Classics Slings and Arrows box set.
Ooh,
Oh,
interesting. That's
Do you know
quite
do you know what's only fitting? I have
Hoi
2 box
polloi.
sets. I have 2 box sets. They're DVDs. Actually 3. That's what I've kept. 3 box sets that I've had for
And what
probably
are
like
they?
almost a decade.
I'm gonna be
Well,
upset.
this is why you'll see Friday Night Lights, Rescue Me, and Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Wait, aren't those like all on streaming
All on
platforms? You could
streaming
just
platforms.
watch.
On top of it, I haven't
anytime?
seen any of them. Well, I've seen a bit of Always Sunny, but
I started watching Friday
It's
Night
true.
Lights.
Adam has not watched. Have you watched any of those Criterions, babe?
Which I've watched. Yeah, a couple of them.
The Criterion
Adam loves collections.
Oh,
he
okay.
likes collecting things.
Yeah.
So what's your biggest collection?
Stacey,
And
Go ahead.
I was talking to some buddies last night about Wayne's World and how the Ed O'Neill take to the camera at Stan Mikita's Donuts is one of my favorite comedy beats or moments of all time.
Agreed.
Yeah.
It's so funny and it's so well done and he's the perfect guy to do it. I had never done a crazy thing in my life until that night. It's just, what are you doing?
It's amazing. How did they not do that in Ferris Bueller? They never had one other character like look and have just to play with that.
Wayne's World
tool.
to me is like truly one of the most perfect movies, and Wayne's World 2 sucks such full poo that it hurts my heart to me. And a lot of people like it, but Wayne's World 1
Yeah,
is
you've
so
kept the
good.
box set.
Yeah, because you can flip over the DVD or something, or they're both
True
on it or
story.
something.
Wayne's World 1, directed by a woman.
Yep.
Yes.
Wayne's World 2, huge success, critical, like huge fan
Of course.
success. Wayne's World 2, not such a big success. They didn't invite that woman to direct the second film.
Well, in all
I'll
fairness,
say this, Allie, because we've talked about this before. Because I'm a bit in love with that woman. She's also directed punk documentaries through like the '80s of South Cal punk stuff. She's like one of the coolest women on the planet. And if you watch a lot of those, like
her back?
I think
Great
she had her.
question. Don't
I
know.
think she had her period.
That
Yeah.
sounds right.
plus she was a little
that'll do
crazy
it.
on set. She was a little
Get
crazy.
it together.
She was a bit of a bitch.
Yeah, she was
Yeah.
a bit. No, I don't know why they didn't invite her back because it's such a good movie.
If you
Oh,
watch
It's
many
so
of the
well done.
good comedies movies in the '80s are, if you look back, they're actually directed mostly by women.
Really? Like what other ones, Jay?
Clueless.
Fast Time is at Richmond High, and that lady directed a bunch of like fun stuff on direct/wrote. Because one of the ones movies what was the movie we just did? Ferris Bueller. Was John Hughes, but now my mind's slipping. But like I just looked into this because of Ferris Bueller and because of Wayne's World, and I was like, oh my goodness, there's all these
Clueless.
great movies.
Yeah, Clueless has a.
Oh yeah.
Amy
Clueless,
Hector.
that's what it was
Yeah.
because we were talking about Clueless, and then that woman has
Clueless is so
done
good.
so much of the stuff that's really is like a lot of fun stuff.
Clueless is awesome.
We could just ask Jameson Kramer, who's probably on the thing, and there he goes. It was
He's
Jameson that did come
on
in,
it.
Yeah.
and he's already broke Clueless and Fast Times. Yeah,
Allie, I don't want to force
Nice.
you to leave frame and come back again, but you're playing the dangerous game. I don't know what's going on with your Watch her come back.
Let's see if it works. Is she back?
It looks
Yeah,
like you
there
have
she
a
is. Oh, yeah, okay.
mustache, but I just know that like
Did that
you're-
work?
Yes.
you're totally clear for me now.
Okay, great.
Oh.
I love that.
This is like that
Really
Queen
fair
Elizabeth thing. Did you
trees.
guys see that Queen Elizabeth thing?
No, what is this?
Yes.
When she
Yeah,
addressed
they
the
put it on John
nation.
Oliver.
What is it?
Oh my
no.
God, it was so funny. She was
She wore-
giving some address. Oh, sorry. Yeah, go ahead, Jason.
No,
Yeah,
Adam-
Oh, you brought it up.
Adam,
Please,
please.
No, she was giving some address to the nation, and this poor woman accidentally wore a green dress, so people green screened a bunch of shit onto her while she was giving the thing.
to even go further, it looked like she was literally wearing a green screen. That did not look like
It
a
did,
dress.
it really
It
did.
looked like it was a blanket of a green screen draped on it.
Oh, funny.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, Allie, you'll probably just have to go out of frame and in frame almost all the time for me.
Sure, you'll keep me posted, right?
I'll keep you posted, of course.
Yeah.
Well,
One
you-
of the things you guys were talking about when you came on the pod is like how you guys are like coping being apart, which I know we've kind of
Yeah,
talked about.
let's
But one
get
of the things
into
you
that.
guys said is like, are you guys doing like an exercise app or video together when you're away from each other?
One better. We have Luann Price, who has been leading us in exercises.
Wait.
And Peacock has been tuning in.
oh
Yes,
my God.
yes.
Okay, wait.
My
so,
mother has been leading us in just the most intense workouts. And Peacock has been getting up because he's 3 hours behind. He's been getting up and doing them at like 8 in the morning with my mother.
oh my God. So-
Via
I've met your mother
FaceTime.
only a couple of times, and I could literally picture her wearing full 80s aerobics, spandex kind of things while doing this, being like, "Are you guys ready?
Oh,
Put
yeah.
the headbands on. Let's go."
Yeah, she's a beast. She's very
Yeah.
much stronger than either one of us.
wait. So, Adam, you're getting up and you're Skyping in, and Luann's going, morning. And then you're beside your
yeah.
mom, and she's like, let's get moving. 3 and 4. Like, she's doing that.
It's not aerobics. It's really like she takes us through, like we do like a warm up, and then we do a very intense series of weights, and then we do core work, and then we do leg work. Like when she retired, because she's very passionate about fitness, she took a class on how to be a fitness instructor, and then used that wealth of information and her entire lifetime of being an exercise fanatic to just design a workout for herself. And the first time we did it, it took us all of 90 minutes and we did not stop once.
Oh,
it was very intense.
My God.
And I was exhausted and very sore for days after.
Oh my God. Adam, how do you,
I feel like this all checks out for Allie Price.
Allie, well, it's funny. So Allie, I've talked to you about this before too, but Luann did that thing because as you can tell, I'm a picture of physical health.
He's got a great bod. He's got a great bod.
I like taking spin classes, but I hate when instructors lie to you about like, okay, just three more minutes and then we're done. And then those 3 minutes come up and like, nope, another minute. And Luann did that a couple of times. And
she does that so much. She also called something a cool down, and I fully sweat for the next 20 minutes during the cool down.
Oh my God.
I was like, thank God the cool down. And she'd be like, we'd do like a set of something like this crazy sequence. And then she'd be like, great. And now we're done the set. Now 4 more of those sets. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Like,
that's great that you equate that to a spin instructor, because I feel like everybody in my life is a spin instructor at this point.
Well, I will tell you, as an owner of a Peloton, which is a very overpriced spin machine.
Oh, you own a Peloton? Stacey.
Well,
are you doing well?
Welcome to Peloton Gate.
Because here's the thing. When you go through a terrible breakup and you need to prove to yourself that everything's okay, you spend $3,000 on a bike.
Wow.
I think it's $3,000 well invested.
Thank you. I have been using it every day.
If you've got the money, do it.
I refuse. Yeah, I think I had annoyed I annoyed everyone around me talking about the Peloton for so long.
Right.
That our agent, Allie and I, called me and was like, hey, here's this job for you and I need you to do it so you'll buy the bike and you'll shut up.
Oh, that's great.
That's great.
It's great.
She really saw you.
Well, yeah. And it's all I was talking about, but I have the bike.
Stace, you could have just as easily spent $3,000 on like Pringles and sweatpants. You easily could have.
And I have.
And white wine.
I think it would have been Peloton, Ubers, and beer and chips. I think it's all the same amount of money. But I love spinning so much, but when they lie, then they add I lied to you. It's 40 more seconds, but are you going to show up for yourself today or are you going to give up?
Nope.
And I'm like, I got to show
No way.
up.
Fuck you, man. Fuck you. I already showed up. You don't have to lie to me.
I know, but he makes it seem so emotional. Like this one guy that I follow that I'm like on the brink of tears sometimes because I'm like, am I fighting enough for myself? Like you have those thoughts.
I will say I have cried on multiple occasions in a Soul Cycle class. I have.
Yes.
They make it like quite like therapy almost.
Oh, it's good. Adam, if you like spinning, you should get one. You should.
I should call my commercial agent and start doing that same thing and just talking about Peloton bikes, and then maybe they'll put me on something.
Yeah, I am nothing short of just bringing everyone into my hobbies. Yeah, I'm certainly.
Yeah,
I love it. I want one. Really, I really do want one. I think you can buy them used too. So maybe I'll look at that.
They get snapped up. Why is someone getting rid of it?
That's got bad juju. For sure.
I don't think so. I think I tried to buy a used one and they get snapped up real quick.
Yeah, I guess.
Really?
But, yeah. But I suggest getting one. I haven't looked back. I'll give you my promo code. I think I get money towards buying shorts and stuff, and that's fun.
Okay. All right.
Wait, is there a subscription then once you have the Peloton? Are you paying a membership fee as well?
Yeah,
See, that's where you're really losing me because I'm like,
I know.
Great, I'm spending all this money so that I never have to spend money on a gym membership ever again.
Listen,
what's with the monthly?
The monthly is total BS, and I agree with you. And then I was nervous because there was like a licensing issue too with all the music, and I was like, please don't take this away from me. But they also have full body workouts and yoga and dance classes, and they have like a bunch of extra stuff that you can do. So I justify it somehow. Listen, I'm a lone wolf. Okay, my bike is my lover, and that is what it is.
But I mean, do you really? I mean, it's money, but don't you want to spend the money on yourself, Stacey?
Yeah, you're right. Am I fighting enough for myself? I don't know.
Are you fighting enough for yourself?
I'll get on the bike today, and I'll just send you guys any sort of like words of wisdom that my trainer Alex Toussaint gives me. So I'll let you
Love
know.
it.
Jason,
I like that.
did you want to play?
I wanted to say this before we jump in, because we do have an update from people on the chat.
Oh, what?
In 2000, thanks to Cody, in 2017, Vanity Fair article said because Penelope Spheris was the lady that directed Wayne's World.
Wayne's World, yeah.
She had issues with Myers during Wayne's World. He wanted to recut it. She didn't. She was asked not to direct the second installment.
Oh, classic
but also,
Myers.
Isn't Mike Myers like notoriously difficult to work with?
He's a turd.
He addressed it on the Mark Maron podcast, and I actually felt for him a little bit, but not enough to be like, "Oh, you're not a monster."
He had to fight for Bohemian Rhapsody to get that in.
He brings that up all the time, but he does say like people don't understand like you're a comic, you're doing all this stuff, and then all of a sudden, like a distributor comes up and goes, "Here's like whatever $30 million. Now you're responsible to make this successful." And he's like, the weight that is on your shoulders and that you have to kind of like take control is like, it's your name and it's you being. And I'm like, oh yeah, I guess that would be like pretty damaging to like, I don't know, my psyche. Yeah. People give me $5 for an improv show. I'm like, oh God, this better be fucking good.
Whoa, who's giving you $5 to do improv? I want to do that show.
Oh my God.
Can I get on that show?
There are some shows now in Toronto that pay like a really good, like for me, it's like $50. I'm just like, oh my God. Whoa. I know. There's like pressure.
Insane.
It's nice. It's nice.
Oh,
but you feel like you really got to bring it. You really got to listen. You're thinking in your head, who, what, where, and why. You're thinking about it. You're thinking about it.
Yeah.
Well, because you guys all perform with Jason too.
Yeah.
So you all know what that's about. So a lot of the worry. Right?
Oh, Jason's anxiety. I thought you were being like, yo, we've all been there performing with Jason.
In the time of our friendship, I'm realizing Jason and I are very similar in a lot
Oh,
of
really?
ways.
Are you worry wart?
You really are.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Big time.
Yeah.
I really connect with Adam because Adam actually can outdo me on how poorly he talks about himself when he's actually the greatest. So I'm like, well, I got to start talking okay about myself.
Adam,
as soon as this is over, I'm going to spend the rest of the day thinking like, oh, I'm a fucking idiot. I suck.
I simply...
I think Adam and I are connected in a weird way.
No, I simply and utterly cannot let any of that land right now because I've only heard amazingly wonderful things about you. And I have asked you to date me twice. Once before, and I think once during. And I know Allie's right here. So
I'm right here.
I'm gonna see how this Peloton thing goes, Stacey. And then if it works out, that might be it.
We can walk down the aisle with our Peloton bikes.
Here.
Well, Allie, you're gonna push the Pelotons forward. It's not rude. That's
and
how
Allie,
we'll go down the
I will
aisle.
say, like right now, you are looking. I mean,
I'm
basically, you're a walking Sharpie at this moment. So
I'm working your wedding. It's hilarious.
Why am I working your wedding?
No, I'm
my ex.
Well, I don't know because we're all cool.
You don't know me.
Makes me laugh. I'm sorry. I know you have friends watching. I am just joking.
I know you are. No, I'm not worried. I'm not worried about this guy.
You know, like people get so upset about that. I'm like, are you okay? Everyone relax.
I will say,
What? Oh, have we lost Allie?
I think we lost her.
I love how she just went, oops. She's frozen in such a concerned
now, Stacey,
place.
you had said this earlier.
Everyone is freezing a little bit for me.
There?
So.
Oh, what did Allie just say?
Everyone's freezing a little bit for it. But realize this, when you're the only person in the room, you're like, hey, there's no losers in this room. Guess what? You're the loser.
Oh, no, we've lost Allie.
I didn't mean it like that.
No, we'll get her back. So we were talking about, did you ask me about the weather? It is snowing here right now.
Okay, I didn't know if that had something to do with it.
Oh, maybe.
That's always my go-to for any problem you have
is
with
weather.
technology.
Well, now that Allie's gone, we can finally
Let's talk to Peacock.
Let's talk to Peacock. Just one-on-one. So, Jason? Oh my God.
Oh, there she is.
Allie, hi.
Hi.
We lost.
Did you lose Adam?
No.
Nope.
We just lost you.
But where's Adam?
He's here.
Oh, there she is.
He's here.
Oh, there he is.
Oh my God, you guys. It was so funny, Allie, because you literally just went, whoop. and then you were gone.
And Gwen is concerned. I will say this: your friend Gwen is now. What happened to Allie? I just turned in. What's going on? So
she's concerned. What happened to you?
I have no idea.
Anna was concerned it was the weather.
You froze.
Oh, no, for
you
us?
froze, and then you all disappeared.
Oh, well, we just saw you go, ooh, and then you left, and then we were maybe sussing it out that it might have been the snow. I can't believe it's snowing right now, but it's making me very depressed. I can tell you.
Yeah.
So now that you're back, Jason, do you want to play a little Ding That's My Stop with some dumb stories?
Yeah, why not?
We were. I feel like Adam had a bit of a Garth moment. Not to bring it back to our favorite film, Adam. I've decided it's ours, and but it was just Garth
you
alone.
You guys are gonna play that as Stacey comes down the aisle, I think.
Yeah. Yep.
The entire movie. It's gonna be a long aisle.
Long.
Yeah.
Long.
I'll be officiating and catering. So.
Lots of apples on those tables. Lots
so
of
many apples.
Before we get into that, Allie, so Jason, get up your dumb stories. But so at Second City, we sign the wall with like funny things that have been said or whatever. And Allie, when I went back to do a couple more shows at Second City, I one day was just looking under the table like to grab something, and I forgot this line that you wrote to me where it's like, you're like, oh my God, it looks like someone stole your pie. And it says Allie to Stacey 2012. I was like, it just makes me think of our dynamic. It was just really nice.
It's a lovely little microcosm, I think.
Yeah. Just like, things we found. Oh, sorry. People were really, really worried about you, Allie. Okay. So Jay, what are the dumb stories?
Wow.
Well, I had some ones from yesterday that I was really excited to get into, and we will get into them. But then this story popped up last night, which isn't necessarily a dumb story, but it's I think it's really exciting. Sorry, I'm stuttering just because all of a sudden one of these pop-up ads came in, so I'm hearing blasted ad in my headphones. Here it is. Okay. And the reason why I bring this up is I used to live across the street in Toronto from this Loblaws. That is just newly opened. It wasn't opened yet. It's this, and Loblaws is like a Ralph's, or it's like a big supermarket. And what happened was on Easter Sunday, this Toronto Loblaws was mistakenly left open. So the doors were left wide open, but nobody was working there. It was like someone to like, see you later. However, and people will say, oh, well, this how Canadian. People went in the next day and they were like, oh, cool, it's open. This is so nice. But when they went in and then they realized there was no cash register and they started to figure out, I'm like, nobody's here. They put the food back, and those that needed it, like some people were taking stuff for food banks, left it like a Dumb and Dumber IOU note on the friggin' cash register. So they write notes and be like, here's my name. I'm going to come back and pay for this. Which I thought in the midst of all of this was just a nice story more than anything.
That's so nice. I always wonder that when I see, like, if I find like money on the ground, I think, is this a just for laughs gag? Are people watching me?
And if I take this now, am I going to get something back karmically later that's going to really screw me?
Yeah, but
if I go to pick it up, is somebody going to yank a fishing rod string and take the money away from me?
Yeah, and then am I going to be fooled and chase it down the street?
I will. And my pants are gonna fall down. I'm gonna trip over myself. I'm gonna, oh God, I'm gonna rip my knees apart.
Would you take food out of this grocery store if you noticed there was no cashier? I think I would just leave the cart and go because I'd feel like I was doing something illegal. I think.
It's funny that your motivation is like, I'm either gonna get busted by a camera or it feels illegal, but it's not just, well, this isn't right.
Well, blame my parents. They're not waking me up to work out. Okay, my dad's eating loaded nachos and pierogies, and cracking beers at 3. So listen, we're going to the cops or we eating. These are the options for me. Would you guys keep shopping? What would you have done?
I would have left.
I think I would have left.
I would have taken the food.
Set up
bunch of red meat in my shopping cart, no problem.
Hey, my lover's out of town.
I'm building a steak dress. Hello, Bjork.
Hello, Bjork. It's Lady Gaga.
Who was it that wore a steak dress? It was someone else.
You're such a dad.
That was Lady Gaga, wasn't it? Gaga.
It was probably Lady Gaga.
It was.
I worked at a grocery store. I worked at a grocery store in Elm Park called Adjami's, and Mr. Adjami was really mean. So I have a bone to pick with all grocery store owners.
Okay, that's fair.
Do you know what else is in Allen Park? Dunleavy's.
Buddy, you got to come to Dunleavy's.
First of all, you want
Like a
Jason.
great jukebox.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what's fun? This story though actually made me think of the movie Mannequin. You know how he like gets locked into a store after dark? I'm like, what store would I want to be locked into?
Grocery store.
What movie is this?
Mannequin? Oh, guys, maybe this is the movie we watch on Monday.
What's the one with Jennifer Connelly where she gets locked in a Target? With,
that's the one.
What?
I think.
Oh.
That's the one.
Is it?
And then
like
a mannequin comes
special?
to life and they fall in love.
It's Kim
like
Cattrall.
today's special,
Oh,
but
it is like today's special.
Gwen's in the
It's
chat.
adult.
It's Kim Cattrall is in Mannequin.
But okay, so I think Jen Conley does the sequel. Then maybe.
She's
Jameson
another
Kramer,
mannequin?
help me
Sequel of
out.
this movie?
What's that?
They made a sequel of this movie?
There
Oh,
wasn't
No,
very many.
the one I'm talking
Also,
about,
don't tell
Jason,
me
is
that
called.
Today's Special is not for adults.
Yeah.
It's Career Opportunities is the name of that.
Career
movie.
Opportunities. That one was so good.
I doubt you've seen it, Jason.
I have seen that one.
Okay.
I've seen that one. I've seen that one. I swear on my life.
What's Career Opportunity about? She gets stuck in the Target?
Yeah, I think she gets locked in a Target with a nerd, and she's like the really pretty girl, and
Is it
she
Patrick
falls in
Dempsey?
love
Because
with
it
the
just feels
nerd,
like
I
for
think,
sure
but then,
Patrick Dempsey
like,
played every nerd on that.
Jason, you just
Patrick Dempsey played
Is
nerds?
it Dempsey? It might be.
Can't Buy
Dempsey.
Me Love. Wasn't that Patrick Dempsey? That's how he started his whole.
Dempsey's a babe.
total babe.
Isn't he McDreamy or whatever?
Yes, but watch Can't Buy Me Love. That's
Frank
kind of like how
Whaley.
he.
Frank Whaley.
Okay.
So Jennifer
But,
Connelly
but
gets
Can't Buy Me Love is like his first, like, it's the one when he pays a popular girl to start dating him so he can become popular too.
And it worked. He's
and
Patrick Dempsey now.
Then he became McDreamy. Yeah.
every movie is the same. We're getting paid to be
Yeah.
cool. We're falling in love with nerds. I love
Bit
it.
of a
Revenge
she's
of
all
the Nerd?
that.
Bit of a she's all that. Because we've been trying
How
to
long do you think it's?
go ahead.
So how long do you think it's going to be before movies come back like that, where like you pay a girl who is like, you know, out of your league, or like you pretend to be another race to get a college scholarship in like that one movie?
Wait, what movie is that?
It's
Oh.
called. I think it's called
Soul Man.
Oh God, Soul Man. Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, it happens. He eats pills to change the color of his pigment of his skin, and
Yeah.
that's where we're at.
No.
Although Short Circuit, same thing. Like, how are we going to do that ever
boy.
again?
Fisher Stevens.
Whoa.
Yeah. That guy won an Oscar.
So, Adam, when are we getting together to
For
write
Short
this movie?
Circuit?
Buddy, I mean, we got nothing but time.
He's eating steaks and pizza and spaghetti for breakfast. He's got the time.
This movie is called Inappropriate ? And it's going to be every trope from the 80s that is.
And you
never
know
gonna
what's going to
done
be upsetting to
again.
me is this movie's going to be huge. I feel it in my gut. It's going to be great.
People
But
are
if
going to think it's
woman
a work of
director wants to
satire.
edit it, yeah, if a woman director wants to edit it in any way, shape,
Hell
or form,
no.
I'm gonna fire her ass for the sequel.
I'd like to direct the first one. I'm going to bring a
First one's
bitch
gonna
energy.
be great.
But fuck off on the sequel.
You're
Get out
fired.
of here.
Oh my God.
You would-
Oh my God. I can't wait. I look forward to this. I need this elevation in my career at this particular juncture. Yeah.
Mark was right with Opportunity Knocks. Jameson Kramer did jump right on. Mannequin 2 was Christy Swanson, 31 Flavors girl from Ferris Bueller, and the original Buffy.
It's incredible.
What do you mean original Buffy?
This has opened up a new door now, apparently,
So-
because I didn't watch the other
Oh,
Buffy
yeah.
either.
So Buffy
Or
the
Angel.
movie had like a blonde girl.
Oh, the movie, right.
My mom wouldn't
with
let me.
Luke Perry.
Yeah, and my mom wouldn't let me rent that from Blockbuster because she was like too sexy with the steak, and I was like, when are we starting with morals? It was always a weird fight. I was like, you're smoking in the Blockbuster, but I could never watch that until university, and then I was like, oh yeah, it wasn't Sarah Michelle Gellar. Anyways,
And Paul Rubens. Paul Rubens, I guess, was
Yeah,
Mannequin
Paul
2.
Rubens did
Jesus.
it.
wow.
No,
Okay.
he's in Buffy.
Buffy.
Oh my God.
I'm in the wrong conversation.
Were you a Buffy watcher, Allie?
Not until university when Tom Stoneman
Oh, the tornado.
basically sat me down and made me watch the entire series start to finish. So I have seen all of the episodes, but I did not watch them. It was not appointment television for me. It was a binge
I agree.
on a DVD. On a DVD before the age of binge watching on streaming platforms.
It's such a sexy series. Like Angel, like, oh my God, he's such a bad boy. I can't even with that.
I kind of like Spike.
Of course we liked Spike.
But
and we look back on it now. Why did we like Spike? He was so gnarly.
I don't know. That hair was terrible.
He was so aged.
Can I just say that Jameson Kramer just became a Jason DeRoss? In the chat, he said, I agree, and I've never seen the series. So.
Oh, wow. You feel seen, huh, Jay?
It's on Hulu, so I might dive into that.
Buffy?
Yeah.
It's a sexy little series.
I jumped into Dave on your recommendation, and like I've never been in a warmer pool. I love this place. It's great.
Are you guys watching? I just told Jay I've been rewatching Friday Night Lights, or not rewatching, watching for the first time. And like, have you watched this, both of you?
I've only seen the first season, and I loved it. And then watched one episode of season 2 and got bored. Well,
because season 2, apparently that's when the writer's strike happened and the network wrote it. So it's like quite bad. And I know there's a murder plot line with Jesse Plemons. But like.
I love Jesse Plemons.
Oh my God. Yum Yum City.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Amazing. You are a bit of a Jesse Plemons, Jason DeRoss.
I'm in love with him.
He's amazing.
I would say Taylor Kitsch, because I was saying that there's nothing sadder than rewatching old television because you feel the inclination to look them all up on Instagram. And the only hot one or worthy of looking at is Taylor Kitsch, who's like going on solo ventures in Kelowna, BC. So,
yeah.
What about Kyle Chandler?
Oh, yeah.
Kyle Chandler.
Of course, Kyle Chandler's so hot.
The biggest babe.
I don't think he has an Instagram. Anyways, I'll look it up. Jason,
no, that seems like him though.
Do you have
very
any
on brand?
Oh yeah. Okay. Do you have any more dumb stories?
I do, but before, just because Allie brought this up that I'm a Jesse Plemons, I will say this that just triggered a memory of yesterday. We were on FaceTime with my parents, and my dad used the word idiot pretty loudly, and Charlie heard it and took to it immediately, and started running around going, "This wall's an idiot. This lamp's an idiot." But then he went up to a mirror. He went up to a mirror and he goes, "This picture of me is an idiot."
That's a DeRoss. That's a DeRoss.
Oh, that's so funny.
That's very funny.
I will say, not sure about having kids in the long term, but for the quarantine must be a ton of fun to have that little.
I'm tired. Are you kidding me?
But it gives you something to do, you know?
He's the best, and I love him. But like, God bless. I mean, all the parents that are going through it with young children. I don't know how it is to have an older child too. I don't know, but like, it's just there, and it's only because he's got full energy all the time, and it's great. But it's just hard to keep up.
Of course.
So God bless my wife right now for just every day I'm doing this podcast, and she's in there with him.
Yeah, it's main stage all over again.
Yeah, except I didn't have a kid while I was on main stage.
Fair.
There would be no way.
It's a very different.
I would have done 3/4 of a show maybe if I had a kid during main stage, because she'd be like, "Okay, it's time. We're done."
Yeah. This was a real conversation that happened at the breakfast table yesterday. My mother, Luann, said, "What's Rita's second daughter's name?" Don't know who Rita is. My dad doesn't know who Rita is. Never met Rita. Don't know who her daughter is. She's like, yeah, it's like an Italian name, you know, not Ophelia, something with an O, not Ophelia, not Olivia. And then my dad just goes, Julia? And then my mom goes, Viola?
Oh my God.
I think. And then she Googles O names and then reads the list of O names.
Did they find the name?
No, we never got to the bottom of it.
Who's Rita?
That's just a taste. I don't know. I still don't know. But that's just a taste of like the energy level.
Oh my God. Okay, but you didn't like. I wouldn't have let up. Like I would have been like, no. Who's Rita? We need to know who Rita is.
It didn't matter.
Wow. Now I'm waiting with bated breath to know the answer. Okay. To me, in my mind, when you say breakfast table, it seems small to me. It seems like you're all very close together, and there's not a lot of there's not a lot of movement on the table.
It's a little counter. It's a counter.
Oh, a breakfast bar.
Breakfast bar.
Oh, I have one of those. Okay. Oh wow.
You do? Your place is so sophisticated.
We have a breakfast nook.
Oh, you have a breakfast.
We do have a breakfast nook.
You calling my place sophisticated is nothing in comparison to what I'm obviously seeing behind Adam. Where I'm seeing books. I'm seeing a mounted television. So I'm saying, to me, I'm thinking she wee wee. I'm seeing maybe
these are all Allie's books.
Oh my God.
A lot of those are yours.
Yeah,
Are they not?
I know.
You know, I'm starting to
No,
dip
they
a toe in reading, and let me tell you, it's going slow. I don't.
Dipping a toe in at 33.
I've heard good things. I'm hearing good things about reading. Yeah, I'm feeling I fill my head with such reality TV garbage that I love what Jenny's whispering.
Almost on cue. This is like me at Second City. Oh, my cue was 3 minutes ago? Okay.
I love how when Jenny
What do you mean
comes
the
into
show started 15 minutes ago?
I love Jenny whispers too. It's like there's mics everywhere. She's like, come on. Shh.
See that idiot in the front row? Mic'd.
The best was when I was at Second City and the front row is mic'd and you can literally hear everything. What is he saying?
Yeah, but like eventually you just forget that, you know.
Yeah, wow. So is there any other dumb stories before we're close to the end, which is crazy. We have like 10
Oh my
more
God,
minutes.
really?
I know.
What are the other dumb stories?
Well, I'll get one more out then really quickly because this one is I don't know if you've ever like
okay, here's
dived
the
down a
walk.
YouTube hole
Okay.
and been to like Fail Army or some sort of like
Okay, we're talking
what's
that
the
stuff.
craziest things happening, and it always seems to be in Russia. Like Russians are nuts. It feels like according to the internet.
Allegedly.
Sure.
Allegedly.
This one is just a film of a surprised witness in Russia captured a video of 3 people just floating down the river on a chunk of ice. And there's a picture of it. It's literally like a cartoon. Like there's a flowing river and there's like an ice that's no bigger than the 3 of them could just stand on. And they're not screaming for help or anything. They're drinking beers and having a good time.
That's called
That's
a
what they're
DeRose.
doing.
That's a DeRose float. That's a DeRose float if I've ever heard it.
They sound like they're having it sounds pretty great.
You guys want to come to the cottage? We'll get our piece of ice, float away, grab some beers.
I feel like what's happened is these are probably all parents, and someone's going, what would you rather? Float on ice and be a bit cold, but there is beer, your children are nowhere in sight, or you stay at home warm with your family. And Dross is like, let's go to the ice, baby. I'm on the ice.
Ice float, baby.
Ice float.
Ice flow.
Yeah.
How many beers could that piece of ice fold? Okay, great.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, if you can
How
dig
many
like
beers
little
can I
holes,
drink
you can
before
put
I
them in the
die?
hole.
Yeah, you could do little ice
You're
holders.
right. You don't even need to bring like the ice box. You could just put them right directly on the ice.
Hell yeah.
Permachill.
Oh yeah. I'm
There's a
floating on the
video. I
ice.
think it's in Russia where it's a guy. I think it's a cop has pulled somebody over, or a pedestrian is helping another pedestrian with their car, and then it's a silent video, and then they both kind of like turn around and they both kind of scurry to get back into their car or into the car.
Yep.
And then just a wolf pack just comes running down the street.
What?
I mean, I'm over exaggerating, but it felt like it was 50 wolves running down the street.
Oh my God.
Russia.
Like if it was a bunch of sheeps in New Zealand, it's like wolves. They do that in Russia.
Whoa.
I gotta admit, Russia sounds pretty cool.
It's like Game of Thrones all the time.
Oh my God.
But if you're online and you're like, oh my God, that guy's driving down the highway towing a shopping cart full of 2 people with super soakers, that's Russia.
What?
Always.
Sounds like the best college party ever.
100%.
Totally.
I'm not saying these people are bad people. I'm saying they know how to have fun and they don't care about the law.
Here's the thing about Jason. all Jason needs, so Jason likes to look up these dumb stories, and all he looks for is frat boy fun so that he can talk about how cool frat boys are, because he hasn't smiled.
Never lived in a frat in my life.
No. Well, in a way, I feel like you have. I think you have, for sure. You know,
Yeah, it's in my heart.
in your heart.
You guys
did
want to
fall-
come in? You got.
Adam, were you a
I
frat
felt
boy?
like the
went-
whole of frat boys getting knocked out by bouncers.
Oh,
It's pretty good.
whoa. That
It's
is
pretty
Yeah,
good.
to be honest, like frat boy culture is not fun for me, but doing dumb things together as friends, I'm into that.
But the thing is,
Which some people will say that's hand in hand, but I don't know.
Allie, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say I went to one frat party ever when I was in university, and I had just bought these really cool, like when platform, like black leather platform boots were in.
Yeah.
And I show up to this frat party. Someone pours me one beer. I'm like sipping this beer and there's music playing and everyone's dancing and like having a good time. And then there was this table in the corner and someone's like, on the table, on the table. I was like, yeah, I'm going to do that for sure. Get up on this high table and I'm dancing on the table in these boots and like kicking as I do. Fully pretty sure kicked a window and broke a window. And my friends were just like, let's get out of here. And I was like, uh-huh. And that's the only time
That's what I would have been like. Now it's a party. Let's fucking go.
Oh my God, Jason. First of all,
I'm kicking out the next window so everybody feels supported.
Oh my God.
It's like Billy Madison peeing his pants. Everyone feels good about it.
No, Allie, my heart drops. That's mortifying. Your huge clod hopper breaks a window.
Just this giant boot. Just a hole through a window.
Oh my God.
I failed at frat partying is the short story.
Oh my God. I never got to go to a frat party, although I really would have liked to. The closest I went to is the Popular Kids invited me to a party. Oh, sorry, Charlie's just yelling so loud into the mic.
I know.
Jason's in his sunken place. He's just thinking about getting wasted on a block of ice.
Buddy, it's 10:30 in LA. The grocery stores are open, so you can make that happen.
You can make
Heck yeah. And don't think I don't already have stocks. Stocks of beer, no problem. Toilet paper, none. Paper towels, zero. Beer, the fridge is full.
I have a beer delivery coming today.
Ooh.
They come in like this multicolored trippy van that comes and it parks in front of your house. It's kind of like the ice cream man. That's what it feels like anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's like a lot of rustic men that deliver the beer, and so it's just I get a little kick out of it. You know what I mean?
Oh, what a joy.
Oh, yes.
I'll bring up one last thing that's in the chat because I feel like I'm doing this for Mark Andrada. So yesterday, Mark Andrada was busy in the chat, and he thought that I was making fun of him for his suggestion to lighten my hair with lemon. And because I love Mark Andrada so much, and I was like, I want to make sure he knows I wasn't insulting him. I did use lemon juice in my hair yesterday, and I did walk out in the sun, and I made sure I was in the sun for at least 20 minutes. And here's the result. My hair's the same.
Okay, so to give context to Allie and Adam, who have no idea what you're talking about, nor should they.
That's true. I'm sorry. I just reached out to this lady
In the chat said to Jason, and maybe Adam, I'll get your take on this as well, because if you guys are similar, I'll be curious of your hot take. Someone said, hey, your hair looks darker. And Jason decided to take that as something bad and is now looking to lighten his hair.
Absolutely.
Adam, you hear you understand this?
Yeah,
if someone gives you a description
after that, Stacey, but yes, I'm with you. Yeah.
If someone gives you a description about yourself, you're only going to take it negatively in the sense of like, well, I guess they're thinking something's wrong.
No,
that is so fundamentally a window into both of your worldviews. If someone gives you any feedback of any kind about your body, you assume that it's negative.
It's
body, mind, actions.
Yep.
No
personality. The way I treat people in general.
No, absolutely not. I won't let it happen. This cannot happen.
Andrada is in the chat. Man, Mark, I did do it, and it did. Maybe it did lighten it up. I don't know, but I was happy to.
I don't think 20 minutes is enough.
No, Jason, you have to keep doing it. You have to keep doing it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you should stick to the experiment. Yeah, I think that is definitely a thing.
Well, the problem is I'm going to run out of lemons and lemon juice. So
right. Yeah, and maybe you know what? In times like these, maybe not the best use of food.
Lemon juice.
Yeah. Agreed.
We have lemon juice in the fridge. Maybe I'll try it.
Yeah. Oh, you want to lighten your hair too, just in solidarity with Jason?
Yeah.
I mean, if he's doing it, I feel like I should do it with him.
He's a real bandwagon guy.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Oh, somebody broke a window in this house? I'm breaking a window too. No problem.
Oh, they broke it. They broke it with a thick ass platform boot. Oh God. Also, how tall were you in those, Allie? I'm sorry to go back to that
so
start.
Tall.
Yes.
Oh, so tall. Yeah, no. I'm a very tall person to begin with. For those who can't tell, because I'm sitting down and I'm only this big. But yeah, I'm 6'1". So in those boots, I was probably 6'3".
Oh my God.
I remember the first time.
I'm pretty tall. I'm 5'7".
I remember wearing those boots and people on the street would stare at me like I was a freak.
See, that makes me upset because you should be able to wear those dumb shoes like we all wore those dumb shoes.
Oh, for sure. Well, I have this thing. I hate, like, I've accepted the fact that I'm like a very tall person. That's just who I am. I struggled with it when I was younger because, like, you know, when you're a kid, anything that makes you different makes you feel weird. But now I like totally embrace it. But I hate being told that I can't do or do certain things because I'm tall. And a big thing is wearing certain clothes. And I have this hate on for a store called Tall Girl, or now it's called Long Tall Sally.
Yeah, first of
I'm
all,
like, don't make me shop at the tall person shop. I don't want to shop there. In any case, for one of my Second City shows, someone did buy me pants from there, and they did fit like a glove in a way that pants have never fit me before. So,
well, first of all, don't call it Long Tall Sally. You might as well call
Tall Sally. Terrible.
You might just call it like I poop in my pants and I smell like cats. Like Long Tall Sally. First of all, no.
Long Tall Sally, which is so close to Long Tall Alley as well.
Oh no.
I hated that store so much. And my friends knew it, so they used to, anytime they'd get me like a birthday present or something, they'd wrap it in a bag from Long Tall Sally just to make me think that that's where they had bought it.
Oh no.
You know what this just made me realize, Allie? The first scene I think it might be the first scene we pitched together. I don't know if it was Tourco or Main Stage, but
it was Main Stage.
But we were dating online, so we just only saw each other like through this. And then she comes to my door, and she's obviously tall, and I'm very small, and so we just played the awkwardness of that. And I just realized we were just playing Mark and Jessica from
Love Is Blind.
Love Is Blind.
Is he the Chicago guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, Chicago? Yes, Chicago guy.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I cannot believe
everybody liked him. They hated her.
Everything broke down. Her faith in that man, everything broke down when she realized he was this much taller than she was, and only this much taller than she was.
She just wasn't attracted to him, and also like he
couldn't
was so
admit
hot.
It. And so great.
He wasn't.
Although he needed to clue in way faster.
He was 24.
Yeah.
And his friend was like maybe 27 and trying to act like he was in his 40s. I simply and utterly can't and shan't.
Yeah.
Not on that.
I mean, it wasn't gonna work out, but the way they teased it out and the way they made it seem like, oh, maybe she's gonna go through with it, which of course she never was going to.
No.
But like, I felt bad for him, really. I did.
My favorite memory of you and of Allie and Jason was I don't know if Adam is aware of this story, but so we all understudied for Main Stage, and Jason and Allie had to understudy these two cast members, and they had this like
Adam Colley was one of them.
Carly,
so big, beautiful Adam Colley.
Adam Colley and Carly Heffernan.
And so the sketch was like Carly's like lifted and Adam's lifted her, and they're like kind of writhing, and then they go, ooh, jeans.
They're fucking.
Yeah, they're fucking, and then they go, jeans, buy them. So Allie and Jason have to do it. It's a blackout. And Jason's like trying to lift Allie, and Allie's so committed and like so into it and pretending like that's happening. But if you were to scan down, her feet are just so firmly planted on the ground. Jason is not. Jason's legs are. His arms are underneath her legs, but your legs were like over, but also just on the ground.
I was already like the height that Adam had Carly when he was fully lifting her off the ground. I was already higher than that on Jason, just fully standing.
I think about it often. It made me laugh so hard.
Very funny.
Well, I'm sure that audience left very confused.
Yeah.
No,
I remember we did that in the put-in rehearsal for that show.
Yeah, that might have been when I saw it.
We did it in the put-in, and we were like, well, yeah, we're doing it. All the understudies are doing it at the same time right now. We're never actually going to go on stage at the same time and do this in front of an audience, but surely we did.
But we did.
Surely we did.
Surely they did. But
yes.
Anyways, that's just a little trinket of loveliness.
I like that.
I like it too.
To circle back to the window thing, I was at a party in high school, and one of the upperclassmen got drunk and jumped out a window, ran off into the night, and nobody saw him for the rest of the party.
I fucking love that guy. That guy's my legend.
I forget. I keep talking about my buddy Brian, but he was hammered. He jumped out the window, took off down the street, and nobody saw him for the rest of the night.
No.
That story would only
cool,
get better if he came back like 6 hours later later as it's about winding down, and he's like, "Yeah, fireworks!" And I'm like, "Yes."
It makes me feel like I've never really partied. Like I had bush parties, but I don't think I've had these parties. Like I think current day Stacey would have reveled in it, but like high school Stacey would have been like very scared. But I miss out.
I think your bush parties could have been those parties, but Stacey was probably just like, "You guys all suck. Get out of here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat this chocolate
No,
bar."
I was wearing kitten heels in the bush.
I didn't really.
Sorry?
I didn't really go. I have very few stories of crazy raging parties like that. I certainly in high school that was not who I was at all. I like to describe myself as I'm a bit of an old virgin. Like I was very straight laced in high school.
You could have said late bloomer. I don't old
No,
old
that's
virgin.
my term was old virgin. Bit of an old virgin. Didn't do much partying in high school. No dating.
And we're still waiting.
We're still waiting. Well, I look forward to you guys like getting together and, maybe, becoming
It's going to be great.
Yeah. No longer having that title of old virgin.
You guys are living Love is Blind backwards.
You are. You absolutely are.
Yeah. That's a funny, yeah.
Yeah. I can't wait for you guys to be, reunited. And then you have to go to Mexico and just maybe have a good time.
We actually were in Hawaii right before we got separated.
Oh,
so
you
we really
were
doing it backwards. Yeah.
Wow.
How
For
was
my
Hawaii?
wedding.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
It looked so
amazing.
amazing. I was living vicariously through your Instagrams while you were all in Hawaii.
I get why people leave their lives and go there.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing.
I'm so
Yeah,
This is the cocktail dream. Just get a bar on an island somewhere. Just be on the beach.
That's our friend Craig. That's all he wants to do. He just wants a bar
Yeah,
in
Mexico Craig.
Absolutely.
Ironic cocktail. Elizabeth Shue is in Cocktail as well too.
Oh, so we've been talking about Cocktail because if you read the plot of Cocktail, it truly makes no sense. It's so complicated for no reason.
I've never seen Cocktail.
Really?
No. Give me the scoop.
Jason?
Well, that's the whole thing. Like, I can give you the scoop, but it won't be as great as if you go to the Wikipedia page and read this convoluted story about a guy that like basically falls in love, but will blow it on a $50 bet. Essentially, I think is what it is.
Yeah,
and he's like, $50 bet, no problem, man. I'll give you my bar for it or something. I don't know. An angel comes in, maybe.
Yeah.
Michael Caine's in it, so I feel like he's an angel at some point, but he's not.
Oh God, Jason, the way that
he is an angel.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
Well, friends, we are at the end of this podcast. We would love to have you back on again and do more dumb stories.
Oh, please.
You're no longer in the Infernal Alley at all. Sorry, Adam, go ahead.
I was going to say, we didn't get to those topics that Allie pitched. That was so fun.
At all.
I told you to use it as a jumping off point. We kind of talked about your coping mechanisms and how you guys are coping with like being apart. And I think that was kind of one of the things, but you're right. We just use them as like, guys, this podcast is just it's a fun mess is what it is.
If we can go behind the blinds for a quick second, Jason we will message people and go, hey, if you want to talk about something, let us know. And then Jason and I put that pressure on our guests and then they come with something and we never get to it. We just talk about Allie looking like she's on fire for at least 20 minutes. That's it.
I've just got a list of notes because one of the things you guys did talk about was I don't know if you're talking about, you said we could either talk about coping mechanisms while we're away or like we could talk about high school and what was cool in high school but not cool now because Allie's now back living at her parents' house.
That was the reason I brought it up was because I am definitely living with my parents right now and what was once cool in high school not so much anymore.
So I'd like to present this and I haven't asked you guys personally, so after this you can be like, I'm not coming back and we're never doing this again, but if you do, I just found my old yearbooks. And Adam, I don't know if you have your yearbooks or any old photos or memories, but Allie, you obviously have a ton because you're in the Mecca. So I think you guys should come back maybe like next week or something, and we'll look through our.
Can I show you one right now that I have ready again for my buddy Brian? This was me and my friend Brian, my friend Lindsay, who is now Brian's wife. They are two of my very best friends. This is us in high school.
Clockwork Orange going to prom. I love it.
Yeah. So do you really want me to come back next week?
Of
that
course.
You had that on hand means, Adam, did you have a bunch of stuff prepared and that's why your friends are all ready on the go?
No, literally my buddy Brian sent me this last night.
Okay, good.
Yeah, and then he proceeded to send it to me.
You know how we talked about you and I are going to get off this and be stressed? Now I'm going to be stressed. Did Adam Peacock spend work and time on getting ready for this, and we just completely bulldozed through that?
No. That was just a perfect storm.
I actually have something too. The bedroom that I'm currently staying in, this sort of like guest bedroom / my dad's office.
Yeah.
I guess this is where I always stay when I come and visit my parents. And so they have it adorned with, obviously, the first thing I want to look at on my bedside table, my old headshots framed.
What? Who is that?
That's me.
No,
Not
it's not.
one, but two of my old headshots framed.
I like that second. I mean, I like them both, but I like that second one.
That second one is very cute, and it's Ian Brown, isn't it?
This is the old Helen Tansey special.
Ew, what are your hands doing?
Exactly. I was coached. I was instructed to hold my hands like this.
Okay, can I say the
what
other
I was
one?
told was.
Oh my!
Look, if you guys got stuff,
for some reason,
this podcast is my floating iceberg. So like, we can go for 2 hours, no problem.
What is
no?
That's it.
I just think it's hilarious that obviously my parents are like, oh, this is where Allison stays. She obviously wants 2 old photos of herself framed right next to her bed.
The hands will keep me thinking for the rest of the day. I would like you all just to, if you could reenact that photo and send them to me for our Instagram for this podcast today.
How did you put your hands, Allie?
Can we see them again?
Let me see if I can get it exactly right.
Under the chin.
Under the chin. And
2 fingers on the wrist.
I think it's more like this.
By the way, Gwen loves that picture. She's on the chat and she's really happy about it.
I honestly want that headshot, and I want to put it on the fridge, and I will adorn it with just like love and like so much validation.
You got it, buddy.
I think that we need to have you all back, and we need to do a walk down memory lane, because I truly, finding all my old yearbooks, like I just need to like express what I'm going through with everyone.
Yeah, my parents and I are very deeply unsentimental people, so I'm pretty sure most of that stuff got tossed out.
You
when
tossed
they moved
your
from my childhood home.
You tossed your yearbooks?
Almost everything got tossed. Yeah.
Who tosses a yearbook?
Who tosses? Oh my God! Is this your headshot?
Yeah, that guy's getting fake ID and going to Dunleavy's. Love it.
Yeah.
Dunleavy's.
Can I say also, Adam sent me that photo last night, and very strangely, at the exact same time, my friend Tom sent me a similar photo. This is of us from theater school days.
Oh my God!
But Tom is also wearing a formal hat.
What is with all you guys?
Why were formal hats a thing?
Yeah, why are you guys wearing formal? Adam, what was it for prom?
Mine was a 2.
Well, Lindsay wanted me to do it, and also I've never been cool, so I thought that was like maybe attempt at being cool.
I think you're cool, but I don't think I've ever been cool, so I don't know how.
I've definitely never been cool. No. I was deeply uncool in high school.
Deeply, I remember.
You're right, Jason.
But obliviously so.
Oh, me too.
That second picture is a guy who's going to show up with a fake ID, but then also going to do 2 years in county prison for running over a mall security guard trying to do a burnout in a mall parking lot.
Yeah, I think you got.
I had a shopping cart on the back of that car, and you're in Russia, baby.
Oh my God. I'm wondering if I have anything to add to this mix. I don't have all my photos prepped, but I did take. Yeah, I've only got this one. I've got this. I don't know if you guys can see this.
Oh, look at that! Oh,
that's a good one.
You're really. Wait,
it's a bit blurry.
You're showing it to the YouTube camera, but not
Here.
really to the
Can you
talkie
see
ones.
it?
Oh, there you go.
I don't know. I also, sorry, I forgot that I was looking up Kyle Chandler before, and I found like a fake Instagram of him, but it is of current photos. He's just shirtless on a boat, and I'm not hating
her
it.
yearbooks too. Oh my God!
Stop tossing your yearbooks, people. You have so many landline phone numbers on them.
And
I'm
Adam,
deeply unsentimental. I just don't care.
Allie!
Adam, I don't know if you're following the chat or not. Jason Duran says, "Peacock, you were always cool."
Oh, come on.
You have to
That's
start.
Very sweet.
You have to start letting these land. You have to let these compliments land.
Let it land.
You have to let it land.
There's Brian is sending me some right now, and there's some pretty awful ones in there.
Brian, we need your gold mine of photos, I think.
I know. Well, friends, listen. We have to have you all back now to do this proper. Send me them if you want to send me your photos. We'll talk about this off it, and then we can get everyone viewing them.
Yeah.
Because I got some ideas.
This was so fun. Thank you, guys.
Oh my God, it was so fun to have you guys. It's so nice to chat with friends and new friends, and I can't wait for you guys to be reunited. It makes me so sad that you're apart. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You guys should send some lover. You should send some lover mail. Maybe just write some letters or something.
Actually, Adam already sent me flowers.
Oh my
nice.
God.
Yeah. And I've been waking up most mornings to I'll like go to bed, and then in the middle of the night he will send me a message, so it's the first thing that I see when I wake up in the morning.
I can't.
See, it's Christmas. It's Christmas. Love Actually.
Apparently, my mom's watching this too because she just sent this one.
Oh my.
Adam, I love you, and it's a great picture. I'm avoiding cutting Charlie's hair because I'm assuming that's literally how it's gonna hand out when I cut Charlie's hair by myself. I'm so worried about this.
But that kid was cute. I turned into this.
That kid was cute. You're cute. It's great.
Cute.
You're still cute, babe.
You're still cute.
Still got it.
So just quickly, I'm gonna put both of your screens. So Allie, we'll have you go first. So just like, where can we find you? What are you doing? I'm gonna put all your stuff below too. But your Twitter is Hey Allie Price. Instagram is the same.
Yes.
Go there.
Yep, go there. And if you want to find me in person, I'm chilling in Orangeville, Ontario with Bill and Luann.
Oh yeah.
You can find me if I ever get back to Los Angeles. You can find me every Saturday night performing in Canuck as Fuck with Jason DeRoss at the Second City Hollywood.
Amazing. And Adam, you want to give us a little 211-411 on you as well? I have all your stuff below.
Yeah, just Adam Peacock at Facebook and Instagram, and My Neighbors Are Dead on Instagram, and My Dead Neighbors on Twitter. It's different on Twitter.
Oh, okay, cool. So I'll put that all below, and everyone can like follow as you must, because you're all.
Do you have any, like, if you were like, hey, you're gonna listen to this for the first time because you're not recording anything live, are there favorite episodes that you'd be like, go check this episode out?
The one I would say the Tim Baltz Predator.
I agree.
That's my favorite too.
That one is
we got
so
a lot of we
good.
got a lot of love from Chobani Yogurt because of that episode.
Whoa.
That is such a great episode. That was the very one I was going to recommend.
Tim Baltz.
Yeah, listen to Baltz. And,
Oh my God, just a treasure that.
So find Tim Baltz Predator if you're going.
You know what?
The feed and looking in that podcast.
I'll link it. So if you're listening to this podcast, it's linked below. And if you come back in like 10 minutes, I'll have that specific episode linked below in the description, so you can listen to it because it's really good. All right. Well, thank you everyone for watching us and being in the chat and chatting with us and listening and all those fun things. Follow these very, very funny people. I hopefully will coerce them into coming back so we can have another big old chat sesh. And we will see you all tomorrow. Jason, is there anything you want to say?
Bye.
Okay, perfect. So if you're listening to this, thank you, Jason. If you're listening to this, we go live every day, weekdays at 12:30 on our YouTube channel, so you can follow us there. And like Jason said, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye. Thanks, guys.